All right. NCCU Live, thank you for watching. Excited to see you all. Today's the 17th of March, 2021. Jesus, 2021, we're here. We have an amazing show for you tonight. We've got Dr. Misha Wale and also Ashley Rollinson coming in live. We also have some people from the Alumni Association who are award winners. We have Alumni of the Year. And we have, I think, I don't know the other one, but we're excited to always honor our alums. Thank you guys for watching tonight. Let's bring Ashley in to get us started. Ashley Rollinson, what's up, Ashley?
Hey, Keon, how are you?
I'm well. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
All right, excellent. You know, this live stuff, man. Anything happens, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen when you're live.
Always.
But so class of 08.
Class of 08.
And let me see what you up to these days. Program manager at Orange County Health Department and also the founder of Heritage Wines. Heritage. Talk about Heritage Wines.
What'd you say?
Yeah, talk about Heritage Wine. Like, what's up with Heritage Wines? How is that?
So that is a new venture that I launched February 1st. Actually, might as well say Black History Month. And it is a wine-inspired brand that I wanted to utilize because I have been in the learning the wine industry. I'm getting certifications in wine. I have my WSET or WSET level 1 certification and currently in class now for my level 2, which is a wine and spirits education certification. And so I have an interest in it and have been for probably a little over a year or so now. And so I decided that, or more so noticed that there is a lack when it comes to Black people in the wine industry. You know, how much we know, how much we drink, our exposure to it, our education in it, and just access in general. And so I decided I wanted to help change that up a little bit and help get us more access, more exposure, and allow us to drink it a lot more without the judgment or the biases that may come along with Black people or people of color drinking wine. So. I can't hear you.
I said, what's going on with wine? Okay. I drink a nice Cabernet Sauvignon. You know, I like wine. What's up with Blacks and wine? What's the stigma?
I don't know. I don't think it's just that not too much of it, but I feel like we don't know too much about it. And I think there's often a lot of stigma around wanting to or enjoying sweet wines as though that's not enough or that's, not acceptable when it is. And also just like the exposure to it or the funding around it or having the resources to be able to expand in that industry like the white counterparts do.
Indeed. You kind of remind me of the Uncle Nearest brand. Are you familiar with the Uncle Nearest brand?
Not yet.
So
but you're going to make me look for it.
Yeah, Uncle Nearest I think it's a whiskey. The story of Uncle Nearest is Uncle Nearest was actually a slave that taught Jack Daniels how to make whiskey. And so Jack Daniels' estate supports the estate of Uncle Nearest. And so the heir to Uncle Nearest is his, I don't know who she is, but she's a powerful Black woman who sounds so similar to you, trying to really get more Black ownership in the wine industry or in the spirits industry. So y'all should connect. Come on, let's get a connection with y'all there.
Yeah, you link that up. Put that up for me.
Okay. Let me see what I can do. Ashley, how did NCCU find you?
NCCU found me from a friend who is a year older than me, and we're from the same city. And she applied and was accepted into it, and she was telling me about it because at the time when I went into it or was getting ready to go into it, I was interested in nursing. And she was telling me how great of a nursing program Central has and that I should apply, of which I did because I wanted to get away from where I was from. So I didn't want to go to the university in my home city, but I didn't want to be too far away from like home and parents to be able to go back home. And so that was a great opportunity. And honestly, Central was the only school I applied to. And so I got in and it's all history from there.
Sorry about that. I don't have my earpiece is not working, so I'm doing mute and I'm doing all kind of stuff. I'm so grateful for the nursing department and for that work that we're doing. I really want to see more Black people that are in the health professions. What do you say to people who may be interested?
So before I go any further, I will say I did not finish in nursing. So I did start there, but I did transition to public health, which is what I'm in now. So I have been in that since I graduated. So now going on, it's been what, 12, going on 13 years that I have been in the profession. And I would say go for it. I mean, it's needed, it's necessary, we need it. And it's, trend setting at this point when, Black people are in nursing, because clearly one of the ladies who helped found or start the COVID vaccine is Black and from, our neighboring county. So it's definitely necessary, and we need more of us in every field.
All right. Well, I want to thank you, Ashley Robinson, represent 08, powerful 08. Stick around. We want to talk to you a little bit later. We've got some other guests tonight, but stick around. We want to talk to you. Thank you for being here. We're proud of you. So grateful for you to be here.
Thank you so much.
All right, Ashley Robinson. We're going to bring in another health professional. Let's see if we can get Dr. Misha Wale. Doc, you there?
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Long time no see, Doc.
I know. Hi,
Keon. Misha was there during the golden years. You're class of 03, right?
02.
02. So I'm class. Yeah, I just came in. I was a sophomore when you graduated. So yeah, I remember you were on the dance team. Everything. You're into everything. How's life? How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Let's talk about your work. What are you up to?
So I am a physician in Esterville, Iowa. I work for a Bear Medical Group in Esterville, Iowa, at a Bear Hospital where I'm the chief of staff. So I see all types of patients. I work in the clinic. I work in the emergency room and the hospital. From the womb to the tomb. That's what we say in family medicine, and that's who I take care of, literally. Honestly, even preconception, so even before they're in the womb, just getting women ready to have, or families ready to conceive. So that's what I do.
And I love that. And you also participated in the medical early selection with Boston University, correct?
Oh, so that's how I got into through Central. So NCC, you found me. I guess that's a question, right? Both of my parents graduated from Central. And so I grew up going to homecoming at Central, and it was like so fun. It was so fun. I loved it. But then I went to the North Carolina School of Science and Mathematics, and I knew I wanted to be a doctor, but I got a scholarship to A&T and Central. And I honestly wanted to go to A&T just to spite my parents, because I didn't want to do everything they had done. But A&T didn't measure up what I needed for school. Actually, Central had this early medical school selection program, which is a partnership program with Boston University. They select students when they're sophomores to start taking medical school classes. And so Central told me about that, and I got accepted into that program. Another alum, Robert Rusher, he kind of took me under his wing and told me a lot about that program, and I got accepted. And so that program is still a partnership with Central and Boston University. They've graduated a lot of African-American physicians. They also partner with schools for predominantly Hispanic or Latino descendants to get into medicine. So it's an awesome program. It's amazing. And I'm grateful to Central for it. That's what really put Central over the edge to finally go there, even though I had kind of been born into the family.
And I'm so grateful that you did not choose that other school. I really appreciate you for that.
I'm so glad I did either.
And what else was I going to say? Shoot, I had a good question about that A&T piece. I mean, I'm okay with A&T. Academically, we're not rivals. We're rivals on the court, on the field. Come on, they're doing great things. Oh, I want to say, most people don't think that you can go the medical route and that heavy science kind of route at a liberal arts university. So kind of walk us through that and tell, for anybody who may want to be a doctor or may want to be kind of in your space, how can you achieve that at North Carolina Central?
Oh, Central. Great for that. You can be anything you want to be, honestly, from Central. So you just tell somebody, and it's important to tell your friends, tell your family, to get a good advisor, and tell your professors. So I was part of the honors program. Oh, Keon, can I show this please, right quick. So this is a doll I've had since I was at North Carolina Central University that my sister bought for me, and it's a Black female physician. Her name is Destiny. So Destiny has traveled with me wherever I've gone for a very long time. And so I wanted to show that just to let people know that it's important to have family and friends who support you and who inspire you, but to be what you want to be. So anyway, I majored in biology at Central and minored in chemistry. And I had a lot of great professors. And some of the great professors were those I didn't like, and those who challenged me to not just do what was minimally required, but to push forward. And of course, those supporting me in the early medical school selection program. A lot of HBCUs are doing programs like that because there's an obvious deficiency of African Americans and BIPOCs in medicine and engineering, et cetera, in STEM professions. And so you really just have to ask and tell somebody what your dream is and what your vision is. And reach out to the alumni.
Indeed, Doc. Reach out to the alumni, because there's some kids I know that are interested in doing what you do. So I would love to connect. So thank you so much for being here, Doc. Misha Wale, so proud of you for all the things that you've accomplished so far. Come back, just hold tight. We got another guest. But we're gonna bring y'all back so we can close all together. It's Women's History Month, so we're packed out tonight with the powerful Lady Eagles. So Doc, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. That was Dr. Misha. Wow. I haven't seen her in so long. What's up, guys? It's NCCU Live. It's Women's History Month. We are celebrating. It's a great day to be an NCCU Eagle. I want to bring in Dr. Latonya Brown. You know she good because she a Brown. Doc.
Doc, how you doing? I'm Bowman.
Bowman, I'm sorry. You know the
Don't
Bowmans
worry, you're
are
not
good
the
people
only.
Too. The Bowmans are good people too. I know Bowmans.
Oh, do you? That's good. Yeah, we're great people.
The Browns and the Bowmans. Okay, it's Dr. Bowman. Dr. Bowman is a part of our Alumni Association, and she has a huge honor from 2020. What is that honor, Doc?
Well, I got for North Carolina Central, the Alumni Distinguished Honor Award from North Carolina Central Alumni Association.
Yes, the 2020 Distinguished Alumni Award goes to you. What are you up to? And you know, people are watching and they want to get involved in the Alumni Association, don't really understand, or maybe are kind of hesitant or on the fence. You know, you're the distinguished alumni. Why are you so distinguished, Doc?
Well, I first of all, it's a blessing, it's an honor from the school for allowing me to have this particular award. So I want to thank North Carolina Central for allowing me to be a part of giving back. I would think that for me, it's just more or less about service, community service. I'm very high on that. I did that as soon as I opened up my practice. I did that before I even had my own office, because community is important. It allows you to grow. And as you are growing, you know, you got to be able to give back to your community to say thank you. Even right now, I have alumni who are not alumni, well, seniors who are becoming alumni that are from North Carolina Central that are actually working and shadowing with me now. And I'm just helping to guide them so they can keep going and become doctors themselves. So I'm excited to see their growth. We actually got a sit-down meeting tomorrow about their next game plans in life.
And I love seeing that. I want more people to go to the medical, because I hear a lot of young people who go to NCCU but don't really know that they have access to that type of industry because we're a liberal arts school. And we have all of our guests today are kind of in the medical, public health kind of sector. And it's so great to see that. What will you say to a sophomore, or junior, or a senior that's interested in medical but don't know really what to do?
Well, interestingly enough, yes, I'm a chiropractor. I'm a chiropractic physician. I'm located in Charlotte. The name of my office is Discovery Chiropractic and Wellness Center, and we are one of the top 20 chiropractic offices out of 167 offices in the city of Charlotte. And we were ranked #1 last year, so that was awesome. But one of the things I would recommend is that you shadow. North Carolina Central has a plethora of programs there, but you have to find them. You have to talk to your professors. One of the ones that I attended was my sophomore year, and it was under the Health Career Center. And I'm thinking they still have that program there. And it allowed me to do a paid internship affiliated with Duke University. And so while I was working there, this was between my sophomore and my junior year during the summer, I was able to work with athletes. I was able to work in the exercise science department. I saw physical therapists. I saw orthopedic doctors. I even went into surgery and watched different surgeons. And so that gave me a good experience of allowing me to figure out exactly where I wanted to go in the direction. Even I got a chance to meet Coach K personally. And so that was just an awesome experience. And if I had not attended North Carolina Central, I would not been able to get that kind of exposure. One of the things I loved about the university is that they connect with other schools. And even then, a lot of the professors actually work in the different schools together. So I was able to get different exposure. Just attending North Carolina Central, I was able to go to UNC Chapel Hill, work in the athletic training department there, as well as Duke University. Some of my classes were actually at Duke, affiliated with the physical education department. At that time, North Carolina Central was just starting their allied health program. And at this point, they have really grown. I was one of the very first students that graduated with an athletic training degree and bachelor's degree in athletic training there in 2000. Since then, they have changed that program into a master's program. We do not have a master's program there, but at the time we had athletic training and physical therapy when I was there. And so now they have exercise science and kinesiology. So I actually have exercise science kinesiology students at my location working with me, affiliated with the program at North Carolina Central.
So good. So good. Always glad to hear that our alma mater, we're reaching back and creating opportunities for the next generation. I love that. Love that. Distinguished Alumni of the Year, Dr. Latonya Bowman.
Yes, thank you.
Congratulations to you. Thank you for all that you do. And I look forward to, seeing you, meeting you, and seeing you in person when the world opens back up.
Absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right, let's bring in our, I guess, stick around, Doc. We've got
all
Dr. Misha Wale and Ashley Rollinson here. Everybody there? Everybody's there? All right, we're here. It's a great day to be an NCCU Eagle, ladies.
Absolutely.
Let's just do a round robin. What does National Women's History Month mean to you? Let's start with Ashley. What does National Women's History Month mean to you?
I would say it means getting to celebrate greatness. It's, oftentimes we may not be celebrated or appreciated, and that is one time or, a month where it's intentional. So the celebrations and the shout outs and the acknowledgments are intentional for that month, whether it's someone who goes all the way back to like Rosa Parks versus someone who could be, just starting something like I did last month. And it's, like I said, just an acknowledgement. So I think that's, it's an intentional acknowledgement for women.
Sorry, Dr. Bowman, what are your thoughts?
Yes. For me, it's just a strong support system. When women can get together, come as a unit, and continue to push each other and grow. It was one of those things that I went to over the weekend. I got to see some classmates of mine that I hadn't seen for almost 20 years. And all of us are doctors and got our own practices. And one of my classmates' fathers came to me and said, I'm so glad that you all stuck together and pushed each other, and look at where you are today. And that really stuck to me. And I think that's what it's all about. It's just about growth and pushing each other and letting each other know that we can do it, because we all have to work as a group, as a whole.
And what about you, Dr. Wale? What does National Women's History Month mean to you?
It means a lot. I asked her if Dr. is about sisterhood and friendship. For example, my biological sister, but also my sisters from Fall 99, Delta Sigma Theta Alpha Lambda, have been my support system for the whole time since I've been in college. Even before, I have one of my line sisters was actually a friend of mine. We were friends when we were little girls taking dance class. And so Women's History Month reminds me that a lot of times women are not lifted up amongst even ourselves or just in general, from the many moms we have. I'm a mother, all the way to women in politics and leadership positions, etc. And all of us make history every day. And to teach our young girls that they can make history. Here in Esterville, I'm the first African-American female chief of staff. And so, being able to tell my daughter that, or my nieces that you can make history every day, and you can do it just by being the great that God created. And so Women's History Month gives us all an opportunity to lift each other up, hold our arms up and say, yes, we are amazing.
Sorry, Richard, go ahead.
I said, and we are and necessary.
Absolutely. I want to do another round robin. We got 2 more round robins. I want to know a figure in history that you would share. Someone that's been an impactful voice, an example for you. Let's start with Dr. Misha.
Well, what do you mean? Like impactful in what way?
Yeah, I think this is an opportunity this month for us to we're learning about you guys and what you're doing. So that's people that we can actually touch and hear from now. Are there women who have inspired you in history or in your life that you want to share in this moment as an acknowledgement, or as an acknowledgement for the month?
Absolutely. So, and actually this makes me a little emotional. My aunt, Gwendolyn Todd Houston, she is my father's oldest sibling. She is a pediatrician. She practiced in Charleston, South Carolina. She actually graduated from North Carolina Central University as well. She was the first doctor in our family on my father's side, and I was the first doctor on my mom's side. But growing up, she knew I wanted to be a doctor. And so she took me to her office as a young girl, and she always told me, you can do this. And she never expected anything less than excellence from me in pursuing that dream. But even when I was in medical school, and medical school was so difficult for me, she is the one who taught me when I went to my Misha, listen to your patients. They're going to tell you what's wrong with them outside of any book, etc. And so she has inspired me more than she probably will ever know. Her poise, her ability to assert herself, even though at times it's been misunderstood as aggression. She's just been assertive, and just her eloquence, and she's just great.
Thank you for acknowledging her on today, Doc. Let's see. How about you, Ashley? Anyone that you'd like to acknowledge?
I would say probably my mom. And as much as, she definitely went to an HBCU, she believed in education, so she pushed us to do the same thing. And even though she probably wouldn't consider herself like a business owner or entrepreneur, she and in the ministry side of it. So she started her own church and has been working in it for years. And although she's also a social worker and has worked in that field as well, she modeled to me not only how to be a wife and a mom and what to do, but how to maintain like her sanity amongst individuals and how to push forward at any cost, and how to overcome, being in a world maybe where it's always male dominated, or when she didn't understand, or when she was talked about, or when things got really uncomfortable, and when she didn't want to move, but she had to. So I think for me, it's seeing her do all of these things, even though we didn't probably have those conversations of, this is how you navigate the world, this is how you do it, this is, my advice of how to do that. She has, and still does, constantly show me how to do that. And as I get older, I am her. Every part of me ends up being just like her. So my mom.
You said you are your mother's child.
I am.
Awesome. All right, Dr. Latonya Bowman, Distinguished Alumni of the Year. How about you?
Yes, I have to concur with both of those ladies. My mother and both of my godmothers, all three of those women were and are phenomenal women. My mother really pushed me. She was an educator. She was in the school system. And, she always made sure those T's were crossed and those I's were dotted. And I really appreciate her being like that, because what it did, it allows me, as I continue to pursue my endeavors, to make sure that I was very detailed in manners. And especially when you're running a business, you really have to know how to be very detailed. And I thank her for that. In regards to my godmothers, both of them just showed me how to be feminine and learn how to be powerfully feminine. And, my godmother, she was like head of part of the superintendent of Guilford County at that time. And so she was a very powerful woman. And she was part of daughter of ISIS, the head commandress of the whole state of North Carolina. So she was bad. And so, because of that, I was able to see, you can be you can wear a lot of different hats and just know how to balance it and just look good doing it. So that was the thing I loved about them.
Wow. I love all of this because it's personal, and we spend Black History Month and all these history months devoting time to legends, but we have our personal legends, and we're seeking our own personal legend as we look to be the best version of ourselves that we can every day. So I'm so grateful for y'all being on. We usually go around one more time to do final thoughts. So if you have a final thought as we conclude, we'd love to hear it as we conclude this amazing panel tonight. I'm really grateful for this particular night. Let's start with Dr. Wale. What are your final thoughts?
Be the change in the world, because you never know who's watching.
Thank you, Doc. All right. How about you, Ashley Rawlinson, class of 08?
I would say, which has been what I've been telling myself, is to just start. Like, you don't have to have everything in place. You don't have to have, A to Z. You don't maybe even have to have all your I's dotted and T's crossed to actually start what you want to start. That you can figure it out as you go, and you can improve on it as you increase or as you get along. So just start.
Just start. Powerful. All right, Dr. Bowman.
Just realize that my direction may not be the same as yours, and there's no right or wrong direction. As long as you get to the same spot, that's all that matters, and you will end up with the same result. So you have to know how to do you.
Do you. Thank you. So we have to do this. I'm very excited about this. It's time for the Eagles Give Challenge. That's my echo. You saw the echo. It's low budget, okay? So it's the Eagles Give Challenge. Eagles Give Challenge. So you can go to eaglesgive.com, eaglesgive.com, and make a recurring gift to the university for at least $19.10. Dr. Bowman, will you make a recurring gift to the university?
Oh, yeah.
I did. Dr. Wale. You said, of course, I'm the Distinguished Alumni of the Year. Yeah, of course. All right, Dr. Wale, will you make a recurring gift to the university at least $19.10?
Yes.
Ashley?
How can I say no? But yes, definitely.
All right, that was the Eagles Give Challenge. All right. Also, the Eagle is no common, ordinary barnyard fowl. You can go to nccualumni.org and join the Alumni Association wherever you are. You can do the National Alumni Association. If there's a local chapter, you can join that too. But we're getting so big so fast. There are cities where there's no alumni association, but there are Eagles. So we got to figure that out. And if you want to be on this show, be a financial member of the Alumni Association and give us a call. Hit us up on Eagles Alumni Network at Gmail, and our girl Kenza will hit you up. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank
It's
you.
been a pleasure
Thank
to be with
you.
you. It's like a little homecoming each week to see people that we haven't seen in a long time.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's it. It's no the Eagle is no common ordinary barnyard fowl. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week on
You
NCCU
too.
Live.
Thank you, Keon.
All
Bye.
right, take care.
Bye.